Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In our last video we talked about viewports and how we can switch between different views to view your 3D model. Today we're going to talk about the different viewing modes of a 3D mesh. So let's get to it. In Blender there are 6 types of viewing modes for 3D models: wireframe, solid, X-ray, wireframe on shaded, rendered, and material preview. In the context of modeling, only 4 of them are actually useful: wireframe, solid, X-ray, and wireframe on shaded. What you see on screen now is the solid view. So how do you actually switch between the different views? I'm going to show you. Press Z on the keyboard and you get to see the 4 views that I was mentioning earlier on: wireframe, solid, rendered, and material preview. So you can switch between wireframe and you can switch between solid, material preview. In this case, I've already gone ahead and created a material, a very basic one, and rendered. Rendered is essentially a real-time preview of your 3D model. So if I were to actually move around the light, you can see how the 3D mesh reacts to the light moving around. So right now our mesh is in solid view, and to see this model in wireframe, you can go over to the overlays menu, click on it, and you'll see a wireframe option. Notice what happens to the 3D mesh when I check or uncheck. Essentially what this is overlaying the wireframe view of the model on top of the shaded view. Why is this useful? Sometimes it might be useful to see a wireframe on top of the shaded view so that it's easier for you to visualize the form of the 3D model. So again, how do you actually go about seeing the wireframe on shaded view? Go to overlays, click on the menu, and turn on or off the wireframe. Now the other view that I was talking about is X-ray mode. So to see that, you can go over to this menu over here, click on it, and you'll see X-ray. Check it and you'll notice that your 3D mesh has turned transparent. Alright, and what this does is that it allows you to see the 3D mesh that is normally hidden from your point of view. So if I check this again, notice that right now you can't see the vertex behind that is hidden from view. And so to see that, click on the menu again, check X-ray, and you will see that the vertex behind is now visible. This is particularly useful because Blender doesn't allow you to select vertices that are not visible from your point of view. So let me illustrate what that means. If I uncheck X-ray view and go into edit mode by pressing tab, right now I am in vertex mode. If I were to drag and select all these vertices, you can see that I have selected the vertices that I want, or rather the vertices that I can see. But if I were to dolly around, middle mouse, click and drag, you'll notice that this vertex is not selected, right? So again, notice that if I were to be in this view, for example, and I were to drag and select, you'll see that there are actually 2 vertices that were not selected. Why is this so? Because Blender doesn't allow you to select vertices that are hidden from your current view, or rather your current angle. So how do you fix that? by going to click on X-ray mode. And right now, if I were to drag and select, you'll see that all vertices are selected, including the one that was at the back. So again, drag and select, and you'll see that this is selected. If I were to go back to solid view and drag and select, this too would not be selected. So that was a introduction to the various viewing modes available in Blender, and the 4 viewing modes that are particularly useful in the context of modeling: wireframe, solid, X-ray mode, and wireframe unshaded. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See ya.